Good morning, everybody. How are we doing? It's Monday. It's a new week. Actually on time. I know. I was up early. Been busy. We ready for some TF2? We ready for some MvM? Good morning, Darius. Good morning, Methman, Miguel. How are we all doing? Bam. It's me. It's time to crack on. Golden Pan Gaming. Time to win. We'll see if there's anyone else joining today. We got a little foursome going on. Think you might be sick? Oh no, that sucks. Hope you feel better soon. Just get plenty of rest. Water, everything. Good morning, Skyzulp. How's it going? I bet you guys, somebody's going to come in after we start. Okay. Someone's going to come in. And they're going to go, I wanted to join, but you started early today. Why do you start at that time? Every time. Every time it happens. Should we just crack on? Just go with the four of us? If we were going to do a hands-on impression of the Pirate Majima game. Okay. What did he think? Positive? It's wild that it's out in like a few weeks, end of February. Like a month's time. I'm thinking we start. We deal with a couple of randos. I mean, they always put out a good game, right? They always put out a solid game. So I would imagine it to be something good, right? I guess the real kind of decisive factor is going to be how the pirate ship mechanics work and stuff like that. Because that's the big thing around it, right? So I'd always expect it to be like a solid game. I can't imagine they would mess it up badly, but yeah. Hopefully all the ship and combat stuff is good. We went to Town Hall last week, and then there was some couple that were super, and they said they, oh god, they have masks on. Oh no, that sucks. Yeah, it's always annoying when you get ill from like people who clearly don't give a shit about making other people ill, you know? What am I to disagree? In the 7 seas, everybody's looking for something. I agree. Are you memeing me, bro? Are you memeing me? Were you just listening? Nah, you little troll. You little troll. You're at work. How you doing, man? Hi, Scoutman. Good morning. Client gave you 200 tickets to do 52 city tours for them, and then I gave you... Damn. 200. So, what, you do 50 tours for them and give them the loot, I guess? Or do you charge for your services? Oh wait, we don't have a scout.
Sound off if you're ready.
I'll go scout. I don't mind. To disagree.
Pony up, boys. That soldier is a spy. All of you are dead.
What the fuck? Is Wayne having a stroke? I'm conch. I'm gonna conch. This is a banger, but I'm big fan. Larry's mind is blown right now. Wayne says no. Getting a little tired of Larry right now. Hey, Meister. Oh, you saw the alert too late? I have to say, Meth Man, I haven't even started playing New Game Plus on Persona 4 yet. I think I need a little break from it mentally before I took on another playthrough. But I did do the quiz thing, so I just need to start the next playthrough. Missing money. Where's the 5? Here it is. Good. It's hitting everything and now I'm hitting nothing. I need to do my HUD command because it ain't working. What am I doing? Quick resistance was. You don't need my help with the tank. Be fine. Be fine. Let's just do this then. You gonna wait for expert? You don't want to join this after this wave? After this tour? After this mission? I can't even say words. Find a gold trophy and you're in the next playthrough. Oh, really? That's cool. You're still not awake yet, Scout? It's still early, that's understandable. And for some reason, we're lagging. The prize for winning the quiz? Yeah, it was funny. It was good. Virginia, yeah. Where's Virginia? Where's Uncle Larry from? He got 230 ping. Your requests always do this for some reason. Yeah, I'm trying to close anything else I've got running. I don't know if it's like lag or something. French fries in my veins. Oh, bloody hate the scorch shot. Bloody irritating, you know what I mean? You can see. I do wonder if they made different animation for each person winning. Good morning, Wayne. It's alright, don't worry about it. how was your weekend? That question goes to everybody. How was everyone's weekend? Getting beat up by that guy. I'm missing 5 from somewhere. It's up here. Thank you for the 60 bits, Carrie. Good morning. Yeah, I didn't do much gaming over the weekend. I was just like, I played a little bit of Isaac. I was like, managed to be ultra greed with Azazel, so I was like, okay, that's another completion that I need to do. I just wasn't feeling very many things. Just wasn't feeling it, you know? Played a little DBD. I got Chaos Shuffle back. I finished the challenges for that. Played some Sons of the Forest. My time's up? What do you mean my time's up? What are you gonna do? Yeah, what are you gonna do to me?
Everyone ready? Whoa!
Cześć,
Yo,
powiedz
we
Fymen
found the
Wilfitlen, kura pan
55.
cześć, siedzę, cześć pan.
I'm the man with the plan for a pan, and the plan is pan today. That's the plan. Thank you so much for the 55, Reaper. How are you doing?
4, 3, 2, 1.
You're in the UK? I heard you're in the UK and Karik's not very well, unfortunately. It's unfortunate timing. Forgot about these guys. Started reading a new book. I got a bunch of books at the library last week. All of the things I'd had on reserve for ages, suddenly they were like, you can pick them up now. And I'm like, what? So I've got 3 new books to read. I'm slow. So I did some reading over the weekend. It's pretty chill. First on Blue Sky, you started the year off with 100% for 3. Ah, whoa, nice. That's good start to the year, man. 123 hours. Very good. Okay, just some random spies to clean up. Yeah, I'll get on to 4. Maybe I'll start today. I don't know. See. So what's your next game that you're gonna be on, Meth Man? Because you done. Did you finish Metaphor? Did you finish the SMT5? I forgot. Who are you calling Pinhead? I can't do Patrick's voice. You think I am? You're a voice actor or something? About 5 scouts died to protect that one heavy. I hate it when you've got the flu and you're just like constantly sweaty, but at the same time freezing cold. It sucks. You're like, I want to stay warm, and then you get warm and you're just like, I'm so sweaty. College starts back up on Tuesday, so ATM class pain. Oh no. But I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I'm doing good. I'm doing alright. You finished the story, still gotta be add infinite more legend for. Oh, okay. So maybe that's what you're gonna go for next. You spilled milk and cornflakes all over yourself. Oh no. That is not a good start to the morning. Dude, I hate it when shit like that happens. I don't know what it is, but I just get like... You just want to eat your cornflakes or your soup or whatever, and then you spill it, and it's like... Fuck.
What coward is still not ready to fight?
Okay, but maybe you did piss yourself as well. Could be both.
Protect this facility.
Knowing you.
3, 2, 1.
You can stay for Mecha GG, nice. We did Mecha last week, right? So maybe Gear Grinder this week? Part of me was hoping Karik would be feeling better and we could do Expert, because I know he likes Expert, but it doesn't sound like he is. Hydrate. You're like, damn it, I just want to eat my food, right? You have food, and then you spill it, and it's like... Sometimes, unironically, I'm carrying some food, and I think to myself, if I drop this right now, I might cry. Because, like, you spend ages cooking it, and you just know that, like, all the food would be wasted, and all that time spent clearing it up would just be, like, an absolute pain. And you just do not need it at that moment. Let's get the money in. Oh, shit. I have no idea where the money is, by the way. Did you get all the tank money? Yes, we're good. Hi, Damien. How's it going? Good morning, Sani. Happy Monday to you, too. You want to do the dungeon for loads of XP, but legend could be fine. 2 levels better. Okay. So you got a plan, then. You got something in mind. Hi, Cora. The Monday man. I'm here. Every Monday, you know where I'll be. Polish-itis. That's so mean. You have a heavy headache? Oh no, dude. I'm sorry to hear that. Headaches are not fun. You just feel kind of like incapacitated, right? Can't do anything that you want to do. Maybe, I mean, painkillers if you've got any, just lie down. I'm doing alright, thank you for asking. I'm doing fine, yeah. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Another day, another Monday, another week.
Keep dancing, baby. Ho, ho, conga.
It's a multi-step setup for a TV show binge and keep forgetting. Yes! Like, I'm like, okay, I've got my food. I've got my, like, show ready. And then it's like, oh, damn, I forgot the drink. So I go downstairs and I get a drink. And then I come back and I'm just like, oh, no, I forgot this. Oh, no, I forgot that. And just like, yeah. TNT and take on close. Okay, yeah, I mean, that should help. Oh, I watched the first episode of the second season of Severance. It's probably my favorite show at the moment. It's really good. Don't know if anyone watches it, but I told you guys to watch it. So we've got that, and then there's final season of Stranger Things this year, final season of The Boys. There's a lot of stuff happening. And it was a good weekend for the football as well. Real Madrid won, Atletico lost, Barca drew, so Madrid at top of the table. I'm happy, actually, thinking about the sports over the weekend. The Boys is 2026? Really? I thought it was this year. Maybe I just assumed it was this year. I got that tool widget. It's something a friend of mine made me. It's pretty cool. Yeah, you can update it manually, link it to a site to like follow it. You can do off-meta stuff this week. As long as we don't throw, I'm down. I don't want to let some... I want to torture poor randoms, you know. I play Skyline? Okay. Oh, you're talking to Wayne, Luigi. Can I get to 100 kill streak? $99. 100 kill streak. Oh my god. How you doing, Muzzer? See, you've been playing a lot of Balatro this weekend. Every time I went to click on it, I think I played a few rounds over the weekend. I saw you were playing. Every time I was on Steam, I was like, oh, Muzer's playing Balatro again. Trying to unlock every deck. Nice. How far have you got so far? I've unlocked... I think I've beaten 3 different difficulties now. I beat the basic one. Is it green and then red, or red then green? God, I couldn't hit that guy. What's Balatro? It's kind of like poker, but not. It's basically a calculator. You basically have to. You basically get given like a whole bunch of cards from a deck, and you have to make. Wait, where's the 2? No. You basically get given a whole bunch of cards, and you have to make a poker hand, you know, straight, flush, full house, whatever. Each hand has a different like modifier. So obviously, a pair is not as good as 2 pair, you know? And based on what you get, what hand you make, you get points for it. Chips, and you have to reach a certain amount of chips to beat the round. And you can change the modifiers, so you can make certain hands worth more. You can have joker cards that have other modifiers, like if you play a flush, times it by 3, etc., etc. You're not playing other people, no. You are just playing like. I have a VOD from when I played it myself for the first time, like last week before. It was like a shortish stream. I played it for like 3-4 hours. And yeah, it's interesting. It's not poker in the sense that you're playing against other people or anything like that. It's just, it uses poker hands as a scoring thing, but it's all about trying to get your like multiplier up as high as possible to beat the score, and it gets progressively more and more like complicated and stuff like that. You need to use the black deck. You think that's the hardest? Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember what colours I've done. I've done 3, basically. 3 of the difficulties. So still got a while to go, I assume. Interesting idea. Yeah, it's very simple, but it's very... it's actually very fun. Because once you get... Like, at the start, it's kind of like, okay, this is simple. I understand it. But the Joker cards are what... like really add to the game. So you get planet cards, which upgrades different things at different hands. So you can have a Jupiter card, which will level up your flush. So if you play a flush, then instead of it being ×4 multiplier, it'll be ×6. If you level it up again, it'll be ×8, etc. Then you have tarot cards, which have various like buffs. So you can change some of your cards in your deck to diamonds, which makes it easier to play flushes if all of your cards are diamonds, you know? You have spectral cards, which will have like various effects that can which can have benefits but also like negatives as well. And the Joker cards are the ones that you have in your hand all the time and have like a big effect, and that's where you'll... That spider just take the teleporter? Yeah, if you can get Joker cards to kind of synergize off of each other, you can... Like, I had one run which was absolutely crazy. I had it so that every face card, so King, Queen, Jack, got counted twice. But then I also got a card that meant that every single card in my deck counted as a face card. And then I had one that meant like every face card was like a ×3 multiplier. So you start off with like 100 chips and then multiply it up to like 1 million or something crazy. You've done red, blue, yellow and green. You need to do black. Oh, okay, so I've done, I guess, one less than you. I mean, it's a roguelike, so it's very much RNG. If you don't get the right kind of Joker cards or opportunity at the start of the game, sometimes the run is just like dead in the water. But it's very good fun. Hi, Enhance. I've been good, thank you so far. How are you doing? I was about to say I'm hitting all my shots today, and then I missed like 20. 145 kill streak, let's go! It's hard to explain till you play it, yeah. I mean, if you're bored tomorrow when I'm busy, you can always slap on my Balatro VOD. Check out the VOD's channel, guys. !VOD. And I play through it, I read the instructions, and it kind of gives it a good kind of explanation. Your mum saw you playing Balatro and asked you aren't using real money, and I just wanted to know I'm not. She asked you this question twice. Yeah, my parents would be like that as well. If I was, they'd be like, "What are you doing?" Used to be like that as a kid all the time. Yeah, I lost on Ante 1 once, like the first level. Like the first antes are like the levels, right? I lost in the first ante once because I just didn't get any good cards and I had nothing to work with, and I was like, huh, I really can't do anything right now. Oh, okay, we requeue. We requeue to get Meister in. Sorry, I didn't realize you were going to join for this one. Hashtag self cheeky self promo. You got on gold stakes on Red Ghost, Abandon, and Checker deck. Damn, nice. Isn't there an achievement to get like gold stakes on everything? I don't think I'm gonna. It's a fun game to play and enjoy, right? It's not one that I think I'm gonna try and like min-max. All going NG next mission. There's one random. We're gonna do this to one poor random. Let's run demo night. God. I'm terrible at demo night. Think I'm gonna make it past tour 800 this year? I don't know what tour I'm on at the moment. 719? Probably not. I only really stream one tour of 2 cities a week, right? So unless there's some days I do more. Okay, I'm gonna be money NG. I'm money NG. No, Meister! You can't go scout. We're all going NG. Listen to the main calls. Oh, you got a new hat? Okay, let me see your hat first. Oh, yeah, this is the one you posted a screenshot of. It reminds me of my first scout unusual. Good gunslinger? Yeah, that's what I was going to do. I'm going to be money NG with the gunslinger. I'm going to go Kappa as well. And my primary is going to be Frontier Justice. Oh, baby. Okay, what's the upgrades here, gang? I need to get resistances to pick up money. So I'm going to do double resistances to start off with. Panic attack? No. Butter gun. We use the butter gun. Look at it. Uber canteens might be a shot for money. Yeah, this is a tough wave, you're right. He's getting a drink. Oh, okay. He'll be back. Not trusting the panic attack. I'm not great with the panic attack, I have to admit. It's not really my go-to. Where shall I slap my dispenser? Put it up here, I guess. Have like a... The good thing is I won't get... I need I need to get... I need to get movement speed. Oh my god, I don't get any health from the money. Okay, I need some help with the money team. No! Oh, these busters are going to be mental. Yeah. Good job, team. I'm proud of you. This music is completely paradoxical to, like, the chaos that is happening. Miguel, why have you gone scout? No! We're all going edgy. I got the money. Medic down. Demo lasered. He's getting beamed. He got capped. This isn't... Oh, whoever bought the short circuit is big brain. It's fine. If we get all money on this one, it's good. It's good. It's good. We're rocking it. We're doing it. We're doing it. Which reskin of the pistol you prefer, the Lugomorph or the Kappa? I really like the Kappa. Pew, 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 pew. Lugomorph is a very cool gun. I do like it. Don't get me wrong. I think it's very cool. Oh, God. I can't survive. Laser beats bullet. You don't know? That's because that was all NG on Metro. That's been done like a billion times. All NG on Hamlet. It's kind of fresh. Okay, Miguel, you need to go NG. It's the rules.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Okay. What am I doing here? I just ready up. I don't want to go for the disposable sentry.
4, 3, 2,
And this.
1.
Max the pistol? Yeah, I'm gonna go full laser beam.
Another sentry buster has entered the area.
No! What was my last Aussie? I believe it was a wrench. And that was a while back. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the money. I guess we were all helping out with the money, to be honest. Team. Oh my god, that's a giant heavy!
Big robot's got the bomb, boys.
It was a wrench, yeah. Maybe 3D Soul motivates me. Look at this. Oh no! Needed crit resistance. Gun price is going crazy. Yeah, I did a video on it a while back. It's going a little bit mental. Ah, I had a crit. It's alright. Easy game.
I'm giving you
Right, I need to get more resistances. Which NG's got tank? Can't be me. Someone with the Widowmaker. Me? I have Frontier Justice. I'm money NG. Alright, hang on. Do I need resistance? Okay. Clip size. Crit canteens. I'm gonna crit boost my pistol to see what happens.
Pony up, boys.
And I'm gonna use that on the sentry. We'll off Metro doing next mission. If Metro, all demo night. Spy only? Oh, spy only would be way too hard, surely. I remember doing one where it was all medic and we used syringe gun with milk. And we did another one where did all huntsman. Because I was in like money pickup mode, my initial thought was to switch to my milk to throw it at the giant. And I was like, wait, what am I talking about? I'm an engineer. You have a pyro for the tank? That's true, actually, yeah. Okay, laser pistol time. You guys ready for this? What's a spy? The damage isn't terrible. How much tank damage? 8k? Lugi got more. So did the pyro. It's not bad. It's not bad. Mid versus mid.
Unfortunately.
Only when your face. What? Over the 83 months. Reflex. How you doing, man? Are you still on first mission? We're on second mission. Check the tracker, Angry. It's always updated. I was lurking in your stream yesterday.
Get to an upgrade station before they return. Good. I'm giving you a bonus.
But get some penetration on our pistol. Let's get some bullet resistance and some movement speed. This will help us with the money.
4, 3, 1.
Real gamers use laser pistol.
Engineers, look out for that sentry buster.
No, I don't get health from picking up money. Great damage for pistols, yeah. I'm back. Maybe I should have just bought Uber canteens and just used them to run in and grab money. No! I got baited by 3 boxes. Oh no. Yeah, the algorithm's changed. Your curse is my blessing. So I will get something good now. It's gonna be a 4-boxer with a golden pan inside. You can smell it. Monday Gamble. Hi, Fortinex. Yeah, we're ready. So it's like a pain without scout. You don't need a scout, no. I'm money NG. Look, 1,000 money picked up. To be fair, everyone's contributing. %20 of the sale.
Sniper! Backing up. Moving out. I'm moving this. Sentry down. Envy's a dog.
It's all about the laser pistol.
You ready to dance,
Oh, I got some crits.
I'm moving this. Sentry.
Your dispenser is struggling. It's the one under the most load. I wish there was a stat that could show like dispenser usage or something. See which dispenser's getting the most use.
Sentry buster!
Like butter scraped over too much bread. Ugh. Do you know what I made over the weekend that were really nice? I call them pizza crumpets. Okay. You basically get a crumpet and you slice it in half, right? So you got like a top and a bottom. And then you put some butter on the inside, on both sides. And then you, I put in some cheese, ham, chorizo, and I layered the cheese in between. So that the cheese, like, it wouldn't slide about, you know? And then I put some cheese on top with a little bit of oregano, and there's also some ketchup in the middle. And I put it in the air fryer for like 4 or 5 minutes, and it's like little mini pizzas in a crumpet format. But then like the butter seeps into the crumpet. Oh, it's good. It was good stuff. Very tasty. Yeah, I got crit canteens this time because
Pony up, boys.
I have to do tank. Oh, and I got crits here as well. I should have got firing speed on this.
I'm ready.
I can't refund that. Shit. Should have thought about this.
4, 3, 2.
Which one of you healed the most? True. I've done 130 healing. Short circuit? Oh no, I'm not using short circuit. I can't die then. Because I gotta use my crits. For the tank. I'm going in. This is the perfect song, by the way, for this mission. We're doing it Texas style. What the hell's a man? Oh, it's a button. God. Oh god, diet. Being a money NG is difficult, but someone's gotta do it. Ain't much, but it's honest work. I'm missing 3. Oh, it's up here. A little bit in the corner. No. Okay, that worked. I need that money. No, it's gonna burn. I was stood on it. If I was a scout, it would have picked up. Someone used AI in your voice to make a song. Would you like the video stay up? Not really. I don't like that idea. Might be a I don't know, is this a woke take? But I don't really like the idea of people using AI to recreate audio and visual content of people, things that they've not done. You know? Would you be okay if someone made a video of you, like, I don't know, doing something you didn't do? It's a bit, I don't know, it's a bit dystopian in my eyes. Your own mother did that? I've seen videos where people are like, there was one which was it was a school, and the school had used AI to try and generate what these kids, these like preschool kids, or like primary school kids, elementary school, whatever, they were like small, like we're talking like 6, 5 years old kind of kids, and they used AI to see what the kids would have looked like, the kids would look like when they're older. And it's like, we've used AI to determine what you're going to look like when you're 20. And it's like, I don't know, it seems a little bit weird to me. I think the obvious ones are things like, you know, when people use AI to do like porn deepfakes of celebrities and stuff like that. I remember there being a thing about streamers and like influencers talking about how they found deepfake content of themselves. Imagine you're just a person, like, you're just a streamer, you're just doing your thing, and then you find a video of like you getting, like, you know, it's kind of fucked up. But then we have so many deepfakes of like other content as well, right? Which I think is a concerning thing for. I have so many media illiterate people who just struggle with technology and don't understand, don't fact check. And it's kind of concerning for like, you got a lot of the boomer generation, you know, you don't know that you can just make a video of, you know, Joseph Biden drowning a baby or something, and people be like, oh my god, I saw a video of Biden drowning a baby. You know? I know in the UK there are actually laws against like, I remember it was something I read about, I think some websites have been banned. Yeah, that's fucked up, man. Like, imagine, like, you have a relative that died, and then people use AI to make them say shit that they didn't say. You know? I think it's kind of messed up. This thing that's going to kill the insurance part of it's AI. I mean, you just need to look at like any tweet or like YouTube comment section, and you see how many bot responses they are. It's kind of crazy. The dead internet theory, right? The idea that barely anyone's on the internet, it's just mostly made up of bots and, you know, AI. Did I say Joseph Biden? Sorry, Sleepy Joe Biden. Yeah, I've seen that as well, Wayne. Like, people offer a service of like, oh, give us like photos and videos of like your passed away loved ones, and we'll make an AI video of like them talking and moving and shit. And it's like, who? I don't know. Maybe some people want that, but for me, it's like, that's not them. You know? Italy banned ChatGPT? Really? I didn't know that.
I'm ready.
I know the UK has banned some, like, I'm pretty sure websites that, like, use deepfake, but I'm not sure exactly what the legislation says.
Y'all ready?
How many crits do I have? 16? I'll just get more crit boosts. I'm AI? Nah. I'm all real, baby. I'm all real. Full human.
Sentry going up. Everybody ready?
It's a very big grey area. What, like, what do you mean? Like, legally or morally? I think morally it's pretty obvious. All my crits are gone. Like, I think, like, yeah, it's, what the hell happened? Laser pistol time. Yeah, I mean, AI is so much used so much for people like trying to pass exams and shit now, that you have to have like an AI checker to see if something's been written by AI, and then a lot of the time there are false positives, so it's, I mean, there's the question of like using it for silly meme stuff and the effect that has on the environment, and whether or not you think it's worthwhile to make a video of Donald Trump playing Overwatch with Joe Biden in order for like a bunch of the Amazon rainforest to be heavily affected, kind of thing. You know, is it worth it? You gonna join for the 4th mission? Okay, sounds good. Yeah. Dude, I already know what song this is. It's a fucking banger.
Whoa!
Looking forward to the new
Thank you
Switch
for
2
the
and
65
the new
months,
Mario
Lee.
Kart this year. Now make bad streamer LEMONGUN.
What are we doing? You're not gonna join? Okay, sweet. I think there's like literally zero regulation, and I think it's kind of fucked up that people can like do like deep fakes of celebrities and all sorts of things. What are you playing? I guess I could play demo. Maybe we do. Think of a meme for Metro. So that we can, when Meister gets back. All heavy. We do all heavy on Metro. All heavy Metro. We got 2 randoms. One of them has a default picture. So I feel that doesn't really count if there's only 4 of us doing it, you know? But when Meister comes back, we'll have 5 of us, and then that's like, we're more committed to the bit then, I feel. I think all heavy would be a good meme on Metro. Meme. How are you doing today, sweet? Yeah, we're talking about like deepfake stuff. I'm pretty sure in the UK there's some regulation against against using deepfake stuff for like against people's thingy. Hey, I know you. Who's he talking to? Me? Oh wait, you don't have the thing, of course. Duh. My brain isn't turned on yet. Let's get one thing straight. I think AI has its applications and there are ways in which it can be helpful. I think a lot of people hear the 2 letters AI and they're like, huh, automatically bad. But there are places where it can be useful and can benefit. Making deepfake porn out of celebrities, or, you know, replacing people's jobs and it doing a significantly worse job is not the way to go. Yes, I'm enjoying your Lego ship for snaps. You've been very good. I don't know what song it is. If you do exclamation mark song, then it should tell you if you're right or not.
Y'all ready?
I'm giving
Someone's the noise. I'm sorry. We needed this one, last one. Lovely Sonic Adventure 2. I did not know. Yeah, was Sonic Adventure 1 the one on Dreamcast? I think I played that one.
Thanks for the raid!
What am I doing? I have to go top. On Dreamcast, GameCube. I'm pretty sure Sonic Adventure 1 was on the Dreamcast first. I'm pretty sure I've still got the disc for Sonic Adventure on Dreamcast. I have to dig it around. Yeah, I played 1, but not 2. Hey, Tunes. I came out for both. I never had it on GameCube. Game poop. How dare you? How dare you? Maybe I'll dig up the max overhead. Yeah. I do need to go through stuff at some point. Just finding the time. Me only remember on Dreamcast making a boomer, but it came out on Dreamcast first, because that was the Sega console.
sentry boxer has entered the area.
Oh shit, wasn't paying attention. The kids played it on GameCube. It came out like a year later on GameCube. What do you mean? I'm gonna look up the release dates. Sweet, doing mod work? Holy shit, what's happening? It was simply more popular. So now you're calling me like a hippie? I'm gonna take this slander. I had a Sega Master System, and a lot of my friends had Sega Mega Drives, so I played a lot of Sonic games in like the 8 and 16-bit era. I never played the Sega Saturn a handful of times. I don't know what I was doing there. But yeah, I never really played a Sonic game from then onwards, really. Played Sonic Adventure, but the transition to 3D was not one that I grasped as much with Sonic as I did with Mario. Does hippie mean? Someone who's like, oh, I liked this thing before it was cool, you know? Did I watch the Sonic movies? I used to watch the Sonic TV show. I've not seen... Oh, hipster, sorry. You know, you guys know what I meant, right? I watched the Sonic TV show in the 90s. I haven't watched the Sonic movies yet, though.
I'm giving you a bonus.
Who is not ready?
Dreadbane selected the entire tab, then removed the chat randomly, and he pinned the message too. Yeah, you could just use /ban if you want. You just have to type out the username or copy and paste the username.
Thanks, lads.
The attack has started. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Unban you? No. It's too late for that now. Damage has been done. Yeah, I'll have to watch them. I would like to watch them. I went to see if they were on Netflix the other day, and I'm pretty sure the second one is, and the first one isn't. Which seemed a little weird. But classic Netflix. No! Engineers can appear more than once this way. Yeah, they have 2 waves, right? 2 waves of NGs. 2 waves of 3? Yeah, so they spawn like 3, and then once you've killed the first set, then another like wave of them appears. You mean after that? Oh, I didn't realize that. Little support NGs. Yeah, I heard. Apparently, Jim Carrey doesn't really want to act anymore unless it's to play Eggman, which is kind of funny. Ah!
Another sentry buster has entered the area.
I'll teach him!
You really have to eat your sandwich with your crotch right in my face. Yes. Don't be hitting me with the question marks. You know exactly what happened. I didn't put my face was already here. My face was planted in this position. Okay.
Another sentry buster has entered the area.
I'm gonna blow your balls off. Forgot emotes exist. It's a good emote. I'm losing the 1v1 to a robot scout.
Everybody ready?
Greed is good. Have a purpose.
Who always cooks with the licenses their songs? Yeah. I mean, I haven't played many of the games. I used to play them a lot when I was a kid, but I remember they had some good songs on there. You're perfect intersection what you expect. It's true. I was just missing everything though. I'm gonna put some stickies up top. Anything positive you gotta say for Viva? Yeah. Yeah. Masquerade Dungeon, my favorite? God, no idea. Can I pipe myself real quick? Oh, sorry.
4, 3, 2, 1.
What if we do that OC guessing, except it's just like 4 songs? I wouldn't be able to name them, I'd recognize them. I'd be like, yeah, this is the song I hear all the damn time. Holding a hostage? How are they holding a hostage? They made a remake, right? of the first game. And there's rumors of them doing a remake of the second game. Jabber jabber because his cow's in it. That is pretty funny. Go inside a dude's mouth and it's just cows in there. You ever been so hungry you eat an entire cow? This is Gen 5. This is Pokemon Black and White. Gen 5 music just hits different. I don't know what it is. Time to study. Alright, see you later, man. Enjoy the rest of your day. You love when CeeJaey played Guess this, who requested song? I mean, if this is a Pokemon song, I'm gonna guess this is Scoutman. That's my guess. They suspended? What do you mean? So what, they said they're not gonna do anything with it? Doesn't make sense. Surely the remake was really popular. If Trump forced Sony to make Bloodborne PC, would you think he's kind of goated? No. They want anything for now because they were expecting my turnover, even though it's sold well. Oh, right. So basically it didn't make enough. It's a shame. Would have been nice to have played another remake. Any of you play Callisto Protocol? I remember I played it and streamed it. I thought it was kind of good. It just got a lot of dislike for some reason. It wasn't as good as Dead Space, but... Made money, but... Yeah, yeah. Good night, Wayne. You never played it. Commercial failure. I mean, I saw a thing in the news today where it said that some game developers, publishers are hoping that GTA 6 costs $100, so that will like cause the market to increase the average price of games, so they can start charging more, which I think is dumb. But like, if GTA 6 came out and it was $100, would you buy it? Race America? Sure. I haven't played America in years, to be honest. Okay, let me rephrase the question then. If there was a game from a game series you adore, let's say Dark Souls 4 came out, sweet. Scowman, let's say it was the new Pokemon game, right? A game series that you guys personally really love. And it cost $100. Would you buy it? I think it's a dangerous precedent. Wait until it goes on sale. Yeah. When I was a kid, I remember N64 games costing 50 quid. And like, getting one once in a blue moon, you know? But I don't like the idea of games starting to cost that much money that, like, you can buy one like once a month or something. Like, how much is a realistic amount to spend on a hobby, you know? I like to play new releases and, you know, shit like that, but I'm not gonna start spending extortionate amounts. If that means I have to play everything sort of months or years after it comes out. I did that with, remember, like, Borderlands 4 and other games when they were on Epic, and I was like, well, I'm not doing that. I mean, that would never happen, though, yeah, that's okay. Sony don't do that. Yeah, if they start to cost that much, I'm waiting for sales. Like, when I was a kid, like I said, like, for me, getting it, like an N64 game, that was a rare thing, you know? Because £50 was a lot of money. Like, oh, this is a Persona song, so this was definitely requested by MvM. Yeah, when I was a kid, N64 games were fairly expensive. And then the generation after that, because there was so much competition, you had Dreamcast, you had Xbox, you had GameCube, you had PS2. You could buy games, like brand new releases, for like £30. So I could go to the store and get like games that had been out for a month or two for 20 quid. So I could have £50 and buy realistically 2 or 3 games that were pretty much brand new releases. Which was crazy. And my GameCube library was massive. Because I was able to like just buy pretty much any game I wanted. And then you'd have sales and things like that, right? 222 kill streak. I kind of want to stay demo to keep going with my kill streak, you know? I haven't died yet. Yeah. Lies of P. Lies of P is a great example because that's another game that if it had been like 30 quid, I might have picked up on release. If it was down to like 20 something in the sale, I might pick it up. But the fact that it's what, like 50 plus just regularly, and even in the sale it's 30 something, I'm like, I'm not gonna pay that. It's too much. Yeah, it's... Yeah, I think it's kind of silly that we've gone from a time where video games were expensive because the technology was expensive to make, and it was kind of a niche thing. Like, I can't stress this enough. In the 90s, if you had a console and you played video games, you were like a massive nerd. Like, there were not many kids who had consoles, right? And then that generation of like PS2, GameCube, Xbox, all of that, that was when everything became a little bit more mainstream. And then because there was so much competition, price went down. Nowadays, we have so many companies making consoles, making games. The competition is... You fucking kidding me? It deleted all of my things. I'm out of here. Yeah, I get games are like becoming more and more advanced, so maybe it costs more money to make them, but I don't know. Can you stop forcing all the medics by punching them? Do you not see that as hypocritical, Sweet? Like, games aren't worth that much, but when it's a game series you enjoy, you would. Like, I get it if it was like the next Zelda game and it looks, you know, I've never been disappointed with a Zelda game, right? So, like, I probably pay more money, but it doesn't set a good precedent for the market if people are willing to do that, because then it gives other devs the excuse to do it too. The crit will come eventually. Oh yeah, no, I agree with you, no, like, I think if you're spending like that amount to make a game, it should be able to run as people expect it to, you know? I don't know. I just feel like there are going to be people. I feel like Rockstar could very much go like, yeah, we're charging $100 for GTA 6. And there are going to be people being like, I don't fucking care, bro. It's goddamn Grand Theft Auto. Of course I'm going to buy it. Like, and then they spend it, and then it's like, great, now every dev's going to do it, you know? Now when the next Final Fantasy comes out, it's going to cost that much. Now when the next Zelda game comes out, when the next whatever game comes out, you know? Like, same thing happened with online gaming on consoles. When the Dreamcast came out, you could play online, right? It was like a modem thing. Same with the GameCube. Same with the PS2. Xbox was the only one that required you to have an online subscription, which was Xbox Live. So Microsoft were like, hey, you can play online. You already pay for the internet connection and you own the console, but you have to pay to use our online service. And after that, the other companies looked at each other and were like, how the fuck are they charging people like $10 a month just to play online? Let's do it too. And now, if you want to play online, you have to pay for PlayStation Online, Nintendo Online, and all that bullshit. All it takes is one company to do a dumbass decision that's going to cost, that's like charges more money because they're fucking greedy. And other companies are like, well, we don't want to miss out on this profit, so we're going to do it too. All right, all heavy on Metro, right? Like, Grand Theft Auto 5 is the highest grossing piece of media ever made. And most of it is because of shark cards that people bought. Right? People buy the in-game currency because they're desperate to buy the latest car or mission or whatever, you know? So if they're like, oh, we need to charge more money because this game costs so much to make. Like, dude, shut the fuck up. You made so much money already. Use some of that money. The guy who made Horse Armor DLC. Yeah, exactly. Apple removing the headphone jack. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but the difference is with those games, Aham, is that like Baldur's Gate was in early access for ages, and they listened to community feedback to improve the game. Elden Ring was in development for a long time. They just didn't tease it years ago and be like, hey, we're making this game, and then never talk about it again. You know, like, developers put, like, there are developers that still consistently make good games because they work hard at them. I find, like, Nintendo, whenever they release a game, they, like, put their all into it. Like Tears of the Kingdom and pretty much any Nintendo game that's come out on the Switch, right? There's so many bangers. From Software release consistently good stuff as well. It's snowing. But, yeah. Are we not going all heavy? What happened? You thought you were playing Sid. Yeah, I mean, RGG always put out good games as well. Like, there are certain devs where I can still say, yeah, they release quality, you know? Base level not high enough for all heavy. I'm disappointed. Yeah, I mean, Elden Ring took a long time in development. Tears of the Kingdom spent an entire year on polishing the game so that the physics worked in the way that they wanted it to. Like, I think the problem is you have companies like EA and companies like Activision that have made a market, like, practice of releasing games in, like, every calendar year. Like, every year you get a new FIFA game, which makes them billions. Every year you get a new Call of Duty game, which is just the same thing. And part of it is down to the consumer because, like, I made a conscious decision at a certain point where Call of Duty games were coming out, and I was like, this is just the same slot again. Like, I enjoyed the last one. I spent, you know, a bunch of time on it, but this one is just the same thing with, like, different skins on top. So why would I buy the next one? So I stopped buying them. The problem is people don't. People always buy the new FIFA game because otherwise they won't be able to play with the latest teams and won't be able to play with their friends. People always buy the new Call of Duty game because otherwise they won't be able to play online with their friends. I don't know. I think it's a very, very different mentality. I never understood when people complained on Call of Duty about skill-based matchmaking. They're like, skill-based matchmaking ruined the game. That is the biggest self-report I have ever heard in my life. If you're complaining that a game is matching you with people of your skill level, what do you want? It's basically people who just want to farm, like, weaker players so they can get a nuke and post a video being like, I got a nuke in 3 minutes. Look how good I am. Like, okay, good, great, good for you. How about now you do it against people who actually know how to play the game? That was a spy. They do have a point now? No? What? Social matchmaking. I mean, if you want to play with your friends, fine. But I'm talking about playing against other people online. You didn't recognize this OC? I've been trying to ignore it because it's like giving me PTSD. Like, if you are a 10-year-old or a 9-year-old who's like, goo goo gaga, I'm going to play this game for the first time, and you jump into a game and you're matched against people with thousands of hours who just destroy you without you even being able to, like, get off the login screen, right? Like, how is that fair? No. Place people against people of a similar skill level. Why shouldn't you? Give me one reason why that isn't a smart idea. Are these people actually friends if they can't move on from a game? I love TF2, but so temperate some games. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I guess when I talk about that, I mean more about, like, younger people. Like, if you're the only kid at school who hasn't got the latest Call of Duty and everyone's jumping into online lobbies after school and you can't because you're still playing last year's game, like, you can understand why that kid's going to go to their parents and be like, hey, Mom, Dad, I need the latest Call of Duty because I want to play with my friends, you know? When you're an adult, it's different. As an adult, you can say, fuck off, I don't want to play this. But when you're a kid, it's different. Not everyone who complains about the MvM are sweaty tryhards. But again, just give me one reason why it's not a good idea. I've never understood why people complain about skill-based matchmaking. You are launching into a game, the game is trying to be fair, and it matches against people of a similar skill level. If you're shit at the game, you're going to play against other people who are shit at the game, so everyone has an equal and fun experience. If you're good at the game, then you're going to play against other people who are good at the game. It's a fairly simple idea, and it tries to make it you can't farm clips when the game's fair. Well, quite. That's the only reason I can think of why people would complain. What 10-year-old says Guga Gaia? Let's move on from that. Gotta get that nuke clip, guys. Gotta get a 20 kill streak. Otherwise my thumbnail is ruined. Yeah, people have I can't reach. Could you move the dispenser closer to the edge? Oh, I have to come up top. Whoa. Okay, based on that example, Karik, that person is then going to be in a lobby with a bunch of good people, and then they're going to get their ass handed to them, which means that their score, their KD, is going to not be as good, right? That's still, like, not an excuse for these people complaining, because these people who are not good at the game are now going to get, like, playing against better people.
Another sentry buster has entered the area.
Put you in a team full of people who are 100% going to lose against the other team, wants to force you to go totally ham or lose. But then that's just like a dumb mechanic, though. That's just a bad decision on the part of the game. The concept of playing against people of the same skill level is, in my opinion, pretty basic and something that makes sense for playing the game. Like, all of the complaints I see from people talking about skill-based matchmaking are every single time I play this game, I have to try really hard. Okay, well, that's because you're good at the game and you're playing against other good people. That's kind of how games work. It's the same as people who make a Smurf in CSGO because they don't want to play against, like, good players. So they make a Smurf so they can play against a bunch of silvers, drop a 30 bomb, and then it's like, I'm good at the game, guys. Like, okay, cool. Now go back to Global Elite, or whatever, and do it again.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hide, cowards!
This is from Breaking Bad. Definitely an AHAM request then. I got no bullets. She bands compose a ballad about them. So it's kind of like the olden days where you had like a guy that would sing about the exploits of people. What'd you call it? I can't remember the name. A non-complaint. Yeah. I understand some games have dumb systems. DBD system, for example, is kind of dumb. Your MMR will go up if you escape. Your MMR will go down if you die as a survivor. So you could sit in the corner all game and do absolutely nothing, escape, and your MMR will go up. But the guy who looped the killer for 3 gens, finished 4 of them, and, you know, got all the saves, but dies, his MMR go down. I think, on balance, you end up playing against people who are on your skill level. But the specifics of how they reach that aren't great. But at the end of the day, it reaches its intended conclusion. Right? It reaches its intended conclusion, right? You play against people who are on your skill level. Like yeah, exactly, Darius. And sometimes, like, I remember I used to play this game called GoldenEye Source, right? And I was fucking insane at it. One of the best players in the world at it. There's only like 25,000 people who ever played the game, but I used to be pretty cracked. And I remember they had this in-game leaderboard, right? On the humble brag, yeah, like a massive brag. It used to have this ranking system, which was like an elo system in games. So when you got a kill on somebody, you would get points. If someone killed you, they got points. It got to the point where me and like some friends who played on a team together, our elo was so high that if we died by someone who wasn't in the top 10, so anyone who was ranked like 11th and lower, if anyone killed us, we would lose 50 points from our elo, and we would only get 1 point per kill. So essentially each game we had to go 50 kills to 1 death in order to balance it out. And I remember saying at the time, like, this is bullshit. Like, this ranking system is bullshit. This is stupid. Why should I have to get 50 kills for every death in order to even break even? But it was because our elo was so much higher than everybody else that, of course, like, there had to be some way to balance things out. Like, in the same system as MG elo? Yeah, exactly. And it's most elo systems. It's the same as in, like, chess as well, I'm pretty sure. I remember there was a video I watched about a guy in the Civ community playing Comp Civ 6, and apparently he was a cheater. He used to use some sort of program to reveal the map, so he always knew where to go to get like the little villages and shit like that. But his elo was so high because he was winning so many tournaments that if he played, in a tournament with people, unless he won, he would lose elo. Like, his ranking was that high that unless he won a tournament, like every tournament he played in, he would lose elo. Unless the entire tournament was filled with like top 10 players, he would basically lose ranking points unless he came out on top. And it's like, that sounds kind of dumb, but the whole point of like an elo system is that at that level you're supposed to be that good. If you're that highly ranked, then you should be beating these people. If you're not beating these people, then hey, they deserve the extra points and you deserve to go down a few points. He was going to sue the person for exposing him. I mean, having watched the evidence, it seemed pretty clean cut, right? Hey, Widow, aimbotting. What are other cheats you could use in Civ? Aimbots in SimCity. Seeing other players' productions? No. He had so he used like a program. I guess I'm paraphrasing the video, but there's a program where you can export your games from Civ into this program, and it will show you what happens in the game, right? And it shows the entire map. But the guy found a way to do that mid-game, so like literally as the game started, in order to be able to see the entire map. So he had no fog of war, he could see the entire map. And that meant at the start of the game, he was able to go and find the little hidden villages, the like, whatever they're called, to get all of like the bonuses in the early game and find the natural wonders and shit like that. And the reason that people found out is because there's like a meta for how people use their scouts at the start of the game. They always like kind of go in certain ways and go along flat tiles in order to, you know, do as much distance as possible. But this guy was doing like the most optimum pathway to areas he couldn't see, which didn't make sense in a gameplay perspective, you know? I guess it's like in TF2, like pre-firing against pre-firing around a corner where you know that there's someone's not there, you know? Tribal village, yeah. And like every single one of his games, there was always like a gap in between the game starting and him taking his first turn. And people said that was like the moment that he was launching this mod or whatever. Hi, Rummick. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Always use scouts to spy on the enemy. Yeah, exactly. You gotta get that info. Yeah, exactly. Like on a game where information is king, if you have more information by default than your opponent, you're gonna have an advantage. In the case of Civ, obviously getting to the tribal villages gives you massive tech boosts and science boosts, so you're able to advance quicker than your opponent. You're also going to know where your opponent is, where they spawn, so you can plan accordingly, and you can find other things that give you monetary boosts, etc. Or in a randomizer, knowing exactly where to go, where, you know, a big proponent of the game mode is guesswork. Where's our telly at? So yeah, stuff like that. It's why people use wall hacks in games like TF2 and CSGO. Like, I don't know how many of you play like Counter-Strike a lot, but if you've ever played CS against wall hackers, it's like you're fighting a losing battle. Like there's only so much you can do when they know exactly where you are and what you're gonna do. Like every single time you 5-man push A site, it just so happens that they've got 5 people defending A site, which doesn't happen. Like in CS, you usually have 2 people on each site and 1 person watching mid or like a connecting area, and you push with your entire team, and they just so happen to have everybody there. Either they've made a crazy guess, which sometimes happens based on if it's an eco round or anything like that. The B stack on Inferno, for example, is always a funny one to pull off. But yeah, I've played against wall hackers and I've been like, "There's not what can you do?" Like it feels impossible because you cannot like outsmart them. They're always gonna know where you are and what you're gonna do. The same with TF2 as well. Like having wall hacks makes you know where the enemy's holding, and a big thing in competitive TF2 is being able to like know when to push and how the entire game revolves around Uber, right? So if you're able to know if the enemy team has Uber or if the enemy team is holding passive, so you can walk in for free and not have to use your Uber, or if they're holding close and you can use your Uber, right? Like having that knowledge really, really helps. Yeah, a lot of hacks that get kind of more notoriety are like aimbots and things like that, but information is very important. Two more. Yeah, that's a knockout. Really? I guess if you're playing a pub in TF2, it's really hard to know if someone's wall hacking or not, but being able to find spies is probably the most obvious one, right? Like, that's a massive boon in and of itself. Knowing who's an enemy spy and being able to see, like, when they're behind you kind of thing. I remember there was a team I played against years ago, and so many of the spies I played with claimed that the enemy pyro was wall hacking. Because they always seem to know exactly where the spy was. Now, I played with and against some amazing pyros, and I remember Steve would always have this really, really good, like, inner clock about, okay, the spy's spawning now, so they're probably going to be crossing around now. They're probably going to be in position for something, like, around now. So they would tell us that kind of thing. And when you play the game a lot, you know a lot of the spy spawns, so you can usually try and guess where the spy would probably want to be during a certain play and this and that. But apparently this pyro, they would always find, always check like the most weird places. Yes, yeah. Either had insane game sense or incredibly lucky, or was hacking. I even had a spy on my team once refuse to play against that pyro, which was a red flag for me. They didn't play very much for me after that. Like, you want to play against people who counter you, right? You want to play against people you're struggling against, because then you can learn how to beat them. Not, this player's too hard to play against, so I don't want to play. Didn't see the other places the pyro checked. True, true. But I mean, as a spy, you can. That's the thing. Like, as a spy, often we used to always call spies security camera, because in comp you're just sat there like watching on certain maps, like Steel, for example. You're just kind of being the eyes and the ears and giving information. Oh shit, it's Gamba time next. It's just me, or did that mission go really fast? It's the dude in Sekiro with this theme. His name? My name is Gyobu. That guy. Apparently there's a new Dynasty Warriors game out. The only reason I know is because I saw German was streaming it. And his title was like, "Don't mess with Lu Bu, biggest mistake of my life." I'm like, oh my god, another game with Lu Bu in it. Gave me PTSD from, yeah. Alright, Gamba time. Number 1 Delta logging in. At least you're honest. Prediction. Start prediction. I think we've only got 4 finishers, max. Did you see some big actress got stabbed last night? Can't remember her name. Let me Google it. It was Reese someone. With a spoon? No, she was stabbed with a knife. That's a golden oldie, and I use it all the time, Wayne. Okay? Use it all the time. Serious video, I was wondering how much spells affect the value of non-unusual items. For example, you have a spelled BMOC. Honestly, I'm not the best person to ask about the value of spelled items. Karik would probably be more knowledgeable. I'm not sure if he's still in chat, but he's more knowledgeable on spells and stuff like that. I really don't know how much of a value. Like, it basically, it adds value. It adds value. It depends on, like, if it's just like a unique minigun, it's gonna put it up a little bit, but not as much as compared to like a BMOC kind of, you know. You've been watching too much WoW hardcore content these days. Yeah, so there was a thing about pirate software, right? I like the guy. Oh shit, I'm using a sandwich. I like the guy, but he had some controversies recently. The first one, talking with Asmongold, and people being like, why are you talking to Asmongold? He's kind of a piece of shit. And him being like, I don't want to get political. And it's like, well, by talking to someone on your stream, you're kind of advocating him, right? And then apparently in a hardcore WoW raid, I don't play WoW, so I don't really know the specifics, but apparently he was in a raid and it started going wrong, and instead of staying in and like healing his team and helping, he just ditched. He just ran the hell out of there, and 2 people lost their characters, because in hardcore, once your character dies, they're dead for good. Apparently he just ran the fuck out of there. 2 people's characters died. They were everyone was kind of like, dude, that was a bit of a dick move. And instead of just saying, yeah, my bad, I kind of panicked, I'll help you guys level your characters up to like 60 and everything like that, he doubled down and was like, actually, I made the best play in the moment. And everyone was just like, dude, like, you didn't though? Like, and all these people started talking about how, like, these guys have like thousands of hours on WoW and everything like that. And then he kind of like quintupled down on it. And all these people are like, I don't think you understand how World of Warcraft works, because his whole thing is like how he used to work on World of Warcraft, and he's very knowledgeable about it. So yeah, he's been definitely getting a lot of flack. And then as a result of all the controversy surrounding him, he got kicked from the guilds that he was part of. So yeah. Ask Alex, you got some X1. Okay, we'll probably do some expert, because we had Mecha last week. You never liked the guy, so you find it really funny. Like, I enjoyed the guy. I wasn't like a massive fan, but having his streams on were quite interesting to like listen about coding and stuff. I know Jordan listened a lot, and it was quite interesting to learn a little bit about game development, because I don't really know anything about that kind of stuff. So it was interesting to me. And sometimes his YouTube shorts were informative and interesting. So it was kind of like, I always found him an interesting person. But honestly, like, having Asmongold on your stream and trying to be like, I don't want to get political. I'm kind of like, I'm a bit like, Asmongold's posted some really like gross shit. And I don't mean like using a dead rat for alarm clock kind of gross. I mean more like misogynistic, sexist kind of shit, you know. So having him like on your stream is kind of being like, yeah, I'm okay with what this guy stands for. You know what I mean? As much as you want to be like, oh, I don't want to get political. Like, if there's someone who is like done something deplorable and you give a platform to them, you're kind of saying you're okay with it, you know? I think Voices from Below is pretty good. I think that's like one of the better spells. Hi, Eric. Yeah, people get stuff. Now, people get stuff wrong, people make mistakes. I think it's more the fact that he's like doubling down on it and not apologizing. I think that's what's getting people really wound up. Because, yeah, it's quite easy to just say I made a mistake rather than just trying to convince everyone you're right. 2 boxes for me.
He's nice. Ah, have not seen many of these.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
This is an interesting remix of the song. Okay, it's all down to Wayne now, I think. Oh, no, random doesn't get anything good. Oh, they brought the surplus. That was nice of them. Waiting for the believers. 3 boxes. No.
I love this doctor.
Unlucky, man. Unlucky. Adding it to the grown, yeah, it's a terrible. It's like you don't get an Aussie, that sucks. That you get a pro kit and you think, oh, is it going to be something good? And then it's like something terrible. The controversy is really dumb. The end it was just a character in a video, but the way it's controlled, I thought he did something bad. The end it was just a character death in a game. I think it's the fact that it's multi-layered. I mean, saying it's just a character death is one thing. Like, that's just like saying it's just a game, bro. Like, I never really like that approach to things because we're all here to play games, and you know, if you're doing something negative in a game, it kind of affects, like, you know. But I think it's the fact that people spend like hundreds of hours on these characters, getting them up to max level, and then getting all the good gear for everything. Like, it's a big time and resource investment, right? So I think, like, it's a bit more than, oh, your character just died. It's not that big of a deal. It's the fact that they've lost like hundreds of hours worth of their time investment, right? So it's kind of shitty. But I think it's more like the attitude. Like, he made a mistake. And if he just said, oh, you need tickets? Yeah, no rush. If he just said, my bad, guys, I just wanted to save my character, it was a bit selfish, like, whatever. It's the fact that he's kind of typing these essays, doubling down and criticizing everyone else's performance, you know? Like, I can't think of an easy to compare example. But the fact that everyone's kind of like dogpiling him is a bit much. Like, I think if the other people don't want to play with him anymore, then it's their server, right? Or their guild or whatever. I don't know how the game works, but it's their choice. So that's it is what it is. I think he's not making it easy for himself. I think a lot of these dramas that happen in the streamer, content creator, influencer world would be solved if people just said, my bad, and moved on. But a lot of times people try to like double down and justify. Do you remember last year when, oh god, who was it? Someone tweeted something about the Lunchable stuff. Someone tweeted something about the Lunchable stuff. I can't remember who it was. It was like a YouTuber, a Minecraft YouTuber or something. And KSI flipped out, and he kept tweeting at this guy, like pretty much like multiple times a day. If he just left it alone, no one would have cared. Everyone would have been like, yo, you got burned, and then moved on with their life within a week, right? Dan TDM, that was it. Thank you. But because KSI kept responding and kept going on, the drama, so to speak, got bigger and bigger and bigger because everyone was just like, dude, he's in your head rent free. Like, yeah. So I think if Pirate Software guy had just said, yeah, I fucked up, guys, I'm so sorry, then everyone would have been like, these two people lost their characters and it was because of this guy. And then within a week, people have forgotten about it. But the fact that he keeps tweeting and keeps going on about it, it's almost like the Streisand effect, right? Where the more attention, like the more you talk about it, the more attention you're bringing to it. Whereas if you just like, yeah, this happened, move on. Remember when Beyonce tried to get a picture deleted from the internet? Do you remember that? And then everyone was just like, oh, you don't like this picture? We're going to post it everywhere, you know? Yeah, I mean, the only other kind of hardcore game mode I ever used to play was in Diablo, and I would create the tankiest ever character, and I'd never, like, I'd just try to level it up, but I would never take massive risks. I can imagine if you spent hundreds of hours getting a character up to that level, and then it died because of, you know, again, I don't know WoW, so I don't know if it really was the guy's fault or what, but I can imagine being a little bit upset and maybe not wanting to start again, but, yeah. It's like having Banny get mad at someone so his chat then gets mad at them too. People need to stop idolizing streamers. Oh, absolutely. It is a bit of a we are definitely in the time frame of like people idolizing streamers like celebrities. I always said to people, like, I hope if I ever did something wrong, people would call me out from it. I'm like 99.9% sure all of you guys would call me out on any bullshit I do, right? Like, I would, like, I always thought I never wanted to have myself like an echo chamber where everyone said everything I did was correct. There was a streamer I watched and they talked about like not wanting to stream for very much in their life. They kind of reached a bit of a peak of popularity. Point of love, yeah, exactly. They reached a bit of a peak of popularity in streaming. They got like that kind of, you know, that wave. And they said they didn't want to stream forever. They were going to stream for a few years, try and make some money, and then go back to doing what they enjoyed. They didn't want to be a boring streamer that, like, just sat there watching videos. They wanted to, you know, actually be a streamer that made a positive change in the world. And they wanted to... they always wanted to be held accountable for everything they said. They always wanted their opinions to be challenged. They never wanted to be always told that they were correct, right? And I always thought that was quite an admirable thing to say. Or like... I forgot to pay it back, Camber, sorry. What's going on? Anyway, fast forward a few years and they're still streaming. They turned into a React streamer where they just watched videos all the time, charging people to pay money to send them videos that they could watch. And anytime that they started coming out with these, like, I don't want to say controversial opinions, but opinions that, like, a lot of people didn't agree with, anytime someone challenged that opinion in chat, they were immediately rebuffed, not only by the streamer telling them that they were, like, woke or anti-woke or whatever the contrary opinion was, and, you know, saying that was an incel mindset or whatever, and everyone in chat would just dogpile on this person. And it's like, you've created the environment that you, like, you've become the thing you swore to destroy, you know? And it's just like, it's what happens when you end up with having a follower of thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, right? When you've got 5,000 to 10,000 people watching you, saying that everything you say is like gospel, and people will, like, people standing up for you even when you say something that is wrong, it's a bad route to follow, right? This type of ego implosion happened yesterday in the Halo speedrunning community. What happened? This Strides effect is when teachers shout quiet. I could always make the class be quiet when I was teaching. I had two methods. One was quiet, or something along those lines. Teaching in a primary school, it was like, I guess being loud was intimidating. The other way was for me to stand silently and just stare, and they were like, oh shit. Like, if someone was doing something wrong, the best way was just me stare at them, and when they look at you and make eye contact, just go. And now it never failed to. It doesn't matter what the kid was doing. If they were doing something bad and I did that, they would stop immediately. Don't think it would work on high school students though. They'd probably just be like, and what? Hey, Boris. Pausing the game for a moment to switch inputs. Oh, right. Yeah, pausing is an interesting thing in games, right? In speedrunning. There's been a lot of controversies over the years about whether pausing should be allowed in some games and whatnot. Hey Molly, how you feeling? Have you recovered from your illness? The guy complained and said the time spent pause should be added to the timer. I mean, I guess it depends on what pausing does to your game. I mean, I don't have a vested opinion, right? But I feel like if you're pause buffering, like if you're playing like a game that requires pause buffering, you usually use like other, like real time, right? So if you're using in-game time, I honestly, I don't know. I guess it depends on the game and the situation. But you start writing numbers on the board and people started realizing and start making noise? No. Never needed to do that. Loud noise or an angry stare was all that was required. But like I said, this was in a primary school, so the kids were 11 and under. It wasn't very difficult to keep a class quiet most of the time. I had a teacher who did that in high school. She was a science teacher. She would write numbers up on the board until everyone was quiet. And if the number reached, I think it was 3, everyone had to stay after school for 15 minutes. Every number after that was an extra 15 minutes. Even if it was one person talking or mucking about, the entire class had to do it. I remember this to the point where there was an issue with it, or like, I don't want to use the word controversy, but there was a kid who was fucking around in class, and he was just like, basically everyone was like telling him like, shut up, you're gonna get us in trouble, shut up, like, we're gonna get detention because of you. And he was just like, I don't care. Like, so basically because of him, everyone would have had to stay after class. So another kid went over and just started like beating down on him until he shut up. And then like, I don't know what happened because I was a kid, right? But I must imagine the teacher must have got in like some sort of not trouble, but like, I don't know. I don't really agree with group punishment in that sense, because if it's one person messing around and you punish an entire class of 30 for the actions of one kid, like, I don't think that's good. Obviously, I think you should definitely like punish that kid and not the other people who aren't doing anything wrong. But the kid that administered the beatdown got in trouble, and it was like, what did you want? What was the correct course of action in that situation? We were telling the kid to shut up. He wasn't shutting up. We just sit there and like accept that this one kid is going to give us all like 2 hours detention. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I remember that teacher, Scoutman, because of that. Because of those situations. Yeah, there's a negative outcome because of group punishment. Oh my god. When younger you would have decked. Yeah, I mean, everyone was just chucking shit at him. Just be like, shut up. It wasn't until the guy, like, in the road next to him just got up and just started just pounding on him. And the teacher was like, what are you doing? And it's like, you've caused this. At the end, after the runners explain why they just, the guy doubled down when they started showing, oh gosh. Yeah, that's probably the best reaction. As if it was a professional procedure. It felt very clinical, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know what I think. Some kids just want to watch the world burn, yeah. Like, I had a kid in my class who he had autism, like a quite severe form, but was never diagnosed until he was like 18 or 19. And throughout high school, he was just considered a naughty kid. But I remember one of the funniest things he ever did, because he was a good friend of mine. I knew him since primary school. We hung out a lot. You know, I used to go around his house and play Super Nintendo. Remember we had a history test, and it was like, what are you talking about? We had a history test, and the answers were, the questions were like, which Tudor king had 6 wives, right? And he put the answer as Mr. Bean, you know. Who won the Battle of 1066? And he put David Beckham. And like, the teacher was just like, why did you do this? Like, you know these answers. He was just like, I thought it was funny. It was just like, he just wanted to watch the world burn, and he knew the answers. He just wanted to put down shit like that. Yeah, it's a sad story that he never actually got like the help that he needed throughout high school. To win the battle and take it for the French. He was committed to the bit, he was. But then, okay, so this is fucked up. Again, more fucked up teachers at my school. So, like I said, this kid had a pretty rough life. Like I said, undiagnosed, never really got the help he needed until later in life when a lot of stuff happened. I won't go into details, but like, he's doing better now. But yeah, there was a bit where we were making these little things in electronics, right? We had to do this wiring on this little kind of thing. And basically it was so that you pressed a button and a light came on. And we had this little bit of tubing, right? Or tubing, as you guys say. There was this little black bit of tubing, about like the width of like my 4 fingers. It was just a bit of tubing, right? My friend thought it would be really funny to put it up to his mouth and breathe, because it made this echoey sound. It was like, and he looks at me and he went, Luke, I am your father. And me and my mates thought this was fucking hilarious. We were like, oh, that's cute. It sounds just like it, you know? Had just the right, like, sound, you know? The teacher saw this and decided fun and games was not allowed. So he yelled at him, why are you wasting time? Why are you not working? Blah, blah, blah. And then he made him stand in the doorway of our 3 classrooms. So we had the electronics classroom with the graphics classroom, and there was the woodwork classroom. And all of them were connected by this door. So you could just wander in and out. And he made the kids stand there. Right? He made him stand there and with the thing on his mouth. And anytime one of the teachers called out his name, he had to do the line. It was almost like a say the line bar kind of thing. And because lots of teachers in that area would walk in, because there was like home ec, textiles, like all these different classrooms, teachers would just be wandering in and around the building. And anytime a teacher would come in, they'd be like, oh, Mrs. Smith, come over here, check this out. And they'd be like, say the line. And then he'd have to go, Luke, I am your... And they made him stand there for like 30, 40 minutes. And we were all shit scared. We were like, the fuck? Like, I don't know, man. That kind of seemed kind of like a fucked up punishment for a kid making a joke, you know? Actually, yeah, no, he said, no, I am your father. I know. We were like 12 at the time. That's just abuse? Yeah, right? I'm gonna kill that professor? Yeah, I mean, that professor was messed up anyway. He was a piece of shit. His wife worked in the physics department. I remember he always talked to her like, I don't know, almost with disdain. Like, she would come in and be like, oh, like, I'm getting a lift home with Mrs. Smith today, so you can just drive home by yourself. You don't need to wait for me. And he'd be like, all right, fine. And he's like, dude, that's your wife. Like, talk to her nicely. That was when I was like, I was doing graphics then, so I would have been, what, like 15 or something, I suppose. I remember being like, what the fuck? Like, this dude, like, just hate his wife or something? And, he told us this story about how he went, like, when he was in his 20s, running around in a field, pushing cows over. And we were like, okay. And he was like, yeah, their, like, legs get locked, so you can just push them over. It's called cow tipping. And we were like, oh, okay. Sounds kind of messed up, but sure, fine. And he was like, and the funniest part was, we went back the next morning, and the farmer had to, like, shoot some of his cows because they'd broken their legs. And we were like, how is that the fun part? What's wrong with you? You know? He was messed up. He was going to tell us a joke once, and he got halfway through. He was like, so this woman walks into a bar, and she's blonde. And we were like, okay. And then he looked at us, and he was like, oh, actually, no, I can't tell you this. And he starts telling this joke, like, whispering into the ears of the other teachers. Because, like I said, all these classrooms are connected. And he'd be like, Mr. Jones, come in here. Like, I've got something funny to tell you. And we were like, huh? The worst thing was, I wasn't in his class at this time. I was, the hell am I stuck? Somebody stole his Mars bar, apparently. Apparently he had a Mars bar and he was going to have it for lunch. And during, like, lunchtime or during a lesson, I don't know, his Mars bar disappeared. Now, whether he misplaced it or whether someone actually stole it, who knows? Right? Who fucking knows? But apparently he was on, like, actually, like, tears in his eyes, shouting, screaming at people. I remember he stormed into my classroom. I can't remember what I was doing at the time. But he stormed into my classroom being like, has anyone here seen a Mars bar or seen a student with a Mars bar that is not theirs? And we're like, what? No? Like, none of us have left this classroom. I'm like, this may seem like a joke to you, but it's not a joke. I'm like, what? Like, proper shouting. And apparently in the classroom, like, after he'd gone to every single classroom in the, like, the technology department, I think we called it, which was, like I said, home ec, textiles, woodworking, graphics, electronics, fucking anything that was to do with, like, tech stuff. I went to every classroom shouting. Apparently he went back to his classroom, which I wasn't at the time. So this is just like, well, but apparently he was like, he actually had tears in his eyes, shouting and screaming like, one of you little people has taken this from me. This isn't just theft. This has been a personal attack on me. I've been waiting all day for this Mars bar, and you guys have taken it from me. You've hit me where, like, screaming at everybody. I was like, what the fuck? Like, actually had a meltdown over his Mars bar. So, yeah, he was a bit of an odd dude. He's just unironically evil. I think it was, yeah. Like, I don't know. He just, something about him just, yeah. Never told you this, but I was the one who stole the Mars bar. I've been sworn to secrecy over something that happened when I was a kid. When I was in primary school, right? Me and my friend had to go around, like, taking the temperature of shit. Something to do with science. I can't remember. Everyone was going around. Everyone had these thermometers. And they were measuring stuff, right? But they weren't mercury thermometers. They were, like, the bitch-ass kind of... I don't know what the hell was in them. The stuff they give to small kids, you know? And, we were measuring temperature stuff, and my friend broke the thermometer. Just fucking snapped it in half by accident. And he was just like, oh my god, we're gonna get in so much trouble, dude, we're gonna get in so much trouble. And I was like, well, it'll be fine, like, don't worry about it. And he was just like, I've got an idea. It picks up, like, by accident, yeah, he didn't do it on purpose. Like, it just, there were flimsy plastic things with, like, some sort of liquid inside, you know? He picks it up, and throws it over the fence into, like, the woods. And he was like, don't tell anyone. I was like, all right. And we get back to class, and the teacher's like, hey, like, oh, have you, like, can I have your thermometer back? We were like, oh yeah, we already put it back in the bucket. And she was like, oh, okay. And at the end of the class, she was like, we're missing a thermometer. Has anyone forgotten to return one? We were like, no, anyone? And to this day, that was like when I was like 9 or 10 or something, probably. And I still meet up with that guy. And every time, like, every so now and again, he's like, dude, do you remember when I broke the thermometer and threw it over the fence? I'm like, yeah. Remember you saw me to fucking secrecy? And now we're approaching 40 and still haven't told anyone? What do we need?
Bloody going.
Soldier, I guess? Still shouting about the Mars bar to this day. Yeah.
Wait.
Give me my goddamn Mars bar. Actually, fuck that. I don't want to play, guys. I'm gonna play double heavy. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, really? Yeah, I mean, it sucks when that happens because people need extra support, right? When I was in school, it's gonna sound like I went to a really shit school. When I was in school, they just bundled anyone who wasn't good at the topic into one class, and it was this tiny ass classroom, and the teacher there clearly didn't give a shit. Like, from all accounts, it was like a fight club in there because people would just be like kicking the shit out of each other and like throwing chairs around, and the teacher wouldn't stop them, and clearly no one got the support they needed, you know? I'd like to think these days kids get more support when they need it. Bottom sets are a free-for-all, right? Yeah. Although having worked in a primary school, I do know that sometimes the support isn't as good as it can be, you know? Sometimes corners are cut and it's just, yeah, it's not great. Like the guy I was talking about, by his 20s, he got sectioned under the Mental Health Act and later on became addicted to heroin. And he's like, from what I've heard, last time I heard, he's clean now and doing better and everything. But this kid went through the entirety of high school with no extra support, no official diagnosis, because the teachers just didn't give a shit. And obviously ended up struggling all the way into adulthood, you know? I'm not saying that's what happens to everybody, but, you know, some people just need different types of help. Yeah, people had rather unfortunate names for classes, yeah. Well, that's what happened when I was teaching as well, Myth Man. When I used to teach English to foreign language students. And at the start, I'd have like 1 or 2 kids who were on the same skill level. And I would be able to tailor the lessons specific to them. We call them interventions, so we take them out of their regular class and go into a different classroom. And, you know, for example, I had a kid who didn't know any language at all, so I'd pick up a pencil and be like, this is a pencil, this is paper, so they can start to learn the things in the class. And then for the more advanced kids, you'd have like grammar lessons, and speech and language and whatnot. And then later on, they cut down the amount of staff I had to delegate to things, to the point where I was, instead of having like 1 or 2 kids of the same skill level, I'd have like 6 or 7 of varying skill levels. I'd have to teach the kid who didn't know English how to say pencil, but also the kid who could have conversations but just needed some help with like the finer grammar. And it's like neither of those kids is going to get the best experience in terms of learning. You do the best you can, but like you're having to, yeah, it just doesn't make sense. And that's usually down to the government's like lack of resources being given to staff, or this, like the school can allocate the resources poorly, but also like it can be a lack of resources being given to the school. Often you find the teachers the ones who care the most, because they're the ones on the front line, so to speak, actually seeing the kids trying to learn, seeing any difficulties they have. They experience it firsthand. And they're the ones who are often begging for, you know, the resources to be able to give the kids what they need, you know? See you later, Wayne. Good luck. Good luck with drops. We got 2 more missions, so should be a while. But yeah, I haven't talked about what we're going to do this week. This week is stacked, guys. This week is stacked. So many streams this week. Except for tomorrow. Tomorrow I have an interview, so I'll be up bright and early doing that. In the afternoon, I might try and work on a video. We'll see. Depends what mood I'm in. Unless they want to speak to me again later in the week, I will... I'll be streaming like 4 days in a row after that. So on Wednesday, I want to play Sifu, which is that martial arts game. So it'll be interesting to try that. See if I can finish the game in 1 session. So it'll probably be a long stream. On Thursday, Crow Country, which is that horror game that Scatman got me. I think you said it was similar to like old school Resident Evil kind of titles. It's relatively short. So again, should be able to finish that in 1 session. Then on Friday, play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is the second of the Final Fantasy VII remakes. And on Saturday, we should be able to start with the long-awaited Elden Ring Magic playthrough. Myself, Srood, Ray, and Jordan are going to be doing a little Harry Potter roleplay. And playing some Elden Ring. And we're going to be using magic. And we're going to be using spells according to the lore. Sweet has an allowance to use a crossbow because he is playing Hagrid. But generally, we're going to be using magic only. So yeah, that's the plan for the week. Sunday, break time. This is a nice request. someone with culture in chat. Yeah, so that's the plan for the week. I don't know how much we're going to get done on the Elden Ring playthrough. We're all pretty good at the game, and we've all finished the game like multiple times between us and together. So I reckon we're going to probably rinse through a lot of the major bosses fairly quickly. But it's probably going to take at least 2 sessions because we're going to do the DLC as well. A lot of people, middle teachers who help people need. Yeah. Well, that's the problem, is that teaching is a lot of stress, a lot of pressure, and some people just don't want to do it anymore because of the conditions, and other people get a better offer at a better school that actually provides them with better resources. That's why a lot of people move to private schools. Who's Luna? Well, I'm playing Voldemort. Sweet is Hagrid. Ray is Dumbledore. And Jordan is Dobby. So no Luna, I'm afraid.
Kill these robots! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Where are the spiders? They're in front of us. Nice.
Cool. Now, head to an upgrade station.
We're slaying.
I'm giving you a bonus.
Go, go, go!
God, it's supposed to be warmer today, but it's still bloody freezing. It's so cold.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Uh-oh. Yeah, so next week, a lot of the streams will probably be Final Fantasy. We work on Final Fantasy, and then I don't know. I like playing the games that have been like shorter, like playing through Prey, playing through anything shorter like that. Zelda game was fun. Really enjoyed that. Mr. Burns. And then after Final Fantasy VII Remake, I think we do Metal Gear Solid 5. Long awaited. And then after... Oh, space. Then after that, maybe Persona 3. I think that's the plan for the foreseeable. But we'll squeeze in some shorter games in between there. Carrie sent me a list of like cozy games a while back, some of which I have, so it'd be nice to play some of those that are a little bit more chilled out. That only last like a stream kind of thing. Yeah, of course, that's coming out too. Again, I don't think I'll get it on release because it's rather pricey. But like this year, got Elden Ring Night Rain coming out, which I want to get. So I'm trying to think what other games are coming out this year. Pyro Majima game. I don't know. Where are my headphones? I've got earbuds in. My old headset battery kind of died, so it doesn't last very long anymore. Once Hunter Wilds, yeah, Metro Prime 4. Is that confirmed for this year, or is that just what people are guessing? Pokemon Legends ZA, Mario Kart 9, Elden Ring, Night Rain. Yeah? I mean, that's a pretty good lineup so far. I need to do my top 10 games of last year video. Maybe I'll work on that tomorrow. Prime is confirmed for 2025. Nice. That's hype. So, we're all guessing it's going to be a Switch 2 launch title, right? Anyone going to get the Switch 2 when it comes out? I don't know how like different the specifications are compared to the regular Switch. You're getting it for sure? Depends on the price. I mean, I'd like to get it. I mean, be cool to play better stuff, but yeah. It's, depends on the price and how much money I've got lying around. You and Ray said you get one when you move in together? That's nice. You got plans for that this year? Or is that just a when it happens kind of thing? Moving down south is very expensive. It is, yeah. I guess Ray wouldn't be open to moving up north. It's around the same price as the Switch will buy for sure. Yeah. I mean, if let's say, for example, Metroid Prime 4 gets announced as a launch title for Switch 2, I would probably pick it up on release. If it's way too expensive and I don't have the money, then no. Like, if I still don't have a full-time job at that point, and, we're going to hear this loads on Friday. Yeah, if I don't have a full-time job and like have money coming in and I'm a little bit more stable, then it might be a case of, well, I just can't justify it right now. Knowing Ray, it will probably be one of those gummy rings you get out of a Haribo. There's some canteens. No! I have to pick up Rebirth on Thursday, make a lot of progress. Yeah, it comes out on Thursday, but I thought, I don't know what time it comes out on Thursday, so. You know, I still haven't played the Crisis Core. Did you play that one, Scammer? The Crisis Core remake? It was okay. That's the thing. That's what I've heard from a lot of people. It being okay. And it's like, I don't really want to spend that amount of money on an okay game. Nothing special. Just fine. Maybe when it's like super cheap in a sale or something. It's pricey for what it was. See, there's a lot of games like that I want to play, but like Lies of P that we were talking about earlier, heard really good things about it, but for the price. Lies of PP.
Bloody going!
Is demo important in this? Not if you've got a sniper. I'm gonna try Lies of P soon as well. Got a lot of games to be playing this year? Yeah. Ugh. We are missing an engineer.
Let us move. Let's go. Yo, heads up. Go.
I think Lies of P, like a lot of people talk about it being like similar to Bloodborne in aesthetic, but having an interesting like gameplay mechanic. So again, it's like Swede was saying earlier, even when it's on sale, it's like 30 quid. It feels a bit rough to justify that when, you know. So YouTube short where a tech company do when everyone asking everyone who worked there what their most... Holy shit, who requested this? Sorry to interrupt my reading of your message, but I fucking love this song. This is the mutant, this is the, what's the name, Parasite Queen from Metroid Prime 1. Like the first boss fight. Scowman? Man's got good taste. Yeah, the first boss in Prime 1. I just love you go in and you see this fucking giant bug and you're just like, bump, 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 bump. Love it. Big fan. Sorry, I was reading something. What the most, asking everyone who worked there what their most hours in a single game on Steam is, and no one said anything over 1,000. I do think, like, this is, you know, I've said this a lot of times, but remember when my sister's fiance was like, oh no, don't look at my hours, it's so high, and it was like 200, 300 hours on GTA 5. I think that's what, like, the normal person, like, gameplay is, you know? I think... I don't want to say we're in an echo chamber. I don't think we're definitely not in an echo chamber. But we are in a, like... We're in a society. We're in a group of people where all of us... Probably everybody in chat has over 1,000 hours on a game, right? Like, anyone in chat here doesn't have 1,000 hours in at least one game. Like, I'm sure everyone, like, probably most of you TF2, right? Before Steam hours were a thing, I had over 1,000 hours on GoldenEye Source, which was like a mod game I played. Quake, Counter-Strike 1.6, Counter-Strike Source, and Diablo 2. That was on Xfire. That used to count your hours before Steam did it. Since Steam has counted hours, I now have over 1,000 hours on Apex, CSGO, CS2, Dead by Daylight, TF2 obviously. This is sounding like a flex, it really isn't, but I feel like I've surrounded myself with people, and we all surround ourselves with people who have got like thousands of hours in games, and we see that as normal when in reality the vast majority of people don't do this. I think we are the weird ones. I think we're like, yeah, we're the weird ones. We're not normal, no. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah. Oh, I didn't do the Gamba payout. And you did remind me, and I forgot again. Like right now, I'm playing a game I've played for 13,500 hours. In the middle of the day on a Monday. Listening to a video game soundtrack that was requested by people who are watching me while studying and working or whatever. While some of you are also playing games, like, it's like, I heard you like gaming, so we put gaming in your gaming. So you can game while you game. You sound like a bit of a nerd, I know, right? I knew we were weird still after you say it like that. Like one of my IRL buddies, who I still play games with, right? Now and again. We grew up playing like Counter-Strike together, Day of Defeat, Team Fortress Classic. He played WoW a bunch. So I bet you he's got over 1,000 hours in WoW. But like on Steam, I think he might have one game with 1,000 hours. But I don't think he has. I'll have to check. If he does, it would be CSGO. But I don't think he does. And it's like, damn, dude. What happened? At what point did we diverge to me being a gamer and you not gaming as much? You're playing a game whilst listening to a friend play a game whilst he's listening to another game OST. Is Carrie also in the room with you playing a game? Because that's like another level. Oh, this is like a remix. Do you know what other Metroid Prime song I really like is Magmore Caverns? Oh, she's gone out shopping? Damn, we could have had like another level to that. I mean, you've also got gaming memorabilia near you, right? You got 2 games over 1K. It's Destiny 2 and TF2. Do I just have the 4? Let me double check. Yeah. And then there's a bunch with hundreds in them. Hundreds of hours. Great song, but shit area. I always used to get, like, super anxious playing that area because from what I can remember, there's some text logs there that if you don't scan them, obviously because the space station blows up afterwards, they're permanently missable. So if you don't scan like everything there, there's a chance you can't 100% the game after the first area. It's kind of funny. Got to replay Metroid Prime as well as the remaster. Yeah. Metroid 1 remaster was really good. It's such a good game. Would be really nice if they remastered like 2 and 3 as well. It would be nice to have them all on the same console. Is there only one missable in there? Is there only one? Okay. But one missable in the starting area? Always used to panic. Isn't it crazy we had such a long distance between Metroid games? It's partly because Prime was originally supposed to be on the N64, right? This is Monster Hunter. This must be Scanman Request. He's our Monster Hunter gamer. Oh, nice air blast. But after Super Metroid, which was 94? 96? We didn't have one for... I guess it wasn't that long. When did Super Metroid come out? It was 94, right? When I'm not defending the bomber. Actually, we got Sentry. Super Metroid. Release date. Yeah, March 94. And then Metroid Prime came out in 2001? 2003? Around that kind of time?
Yeah, thanks, Doc.
You never played Metroid Prime 3? You need to play that. Dude, you need to play through the whole trilogy this year. In preparation. And then also play Metroid Dread as well. I mean, I think they might remaster it based on the success of the first remaster. And maybe that's just something they're going to work on and, you know, release alongside, like, the Switch 2 later on. No reason why they can't do it now, you know? Need to New Game Plus again for a second time. I think on my remaster I got to like 97%, 98%, something like that. I didn't 100%. So I don't know what it was I missed, but it was probably stuff that I... Like collectibles wise, I nearly got everything. I can't remember. I'd have to check my VOD, but I was like, I'm going to end my VOD there and go do something else. So I can always go back and try to collect everything. A lot of people skip Prime 3 because they hate the motion controls. Yeah. Didn't they release 1 and 2 on the Wii to try and use the motion controls with it? Yeah, like it's weird how we had like such a big drought of Metroid games and then we started eating good, right? Like there was Prime and then we had the Game Boy Advance ones. Metroid Fusion, such a good game. I have all of them on my 3DS as well. Like all on the eShop. So I have like Metroid 1, 2. And we got a Metroid. We got Metroid Return of Samus remake. We got a remake at one point. And we got Dread. Oh my god, it's just so much good stuff. You know what? One thing that makes me happy is that they also release. They also release more 2D ones. The classic. As much as I love Prime. The Prime series is great, but it's I do like the holy shit, I'm getting like super chilly.
Let's get 'em.
What was I gonna say?
Incoming spies.
Yeah, I like the way that they do the two. Oh, you see that graphic glitch? Yeah, do I have the trilogy on Wii U? I don't know. And you have the originals. So I have Metroid Prime 1 and 2 on GameCube and 3 on the Wii. I bought a lot of games for the Wii U. But I don't think I got those because I felt like I already had the games. Any reason I would bust out the Wii U is if I wanted to play Wind Waker HD or Twilight Princess HD. Which, it would be great if they ported those over at some point. Like, we got Skyward Sword HD, great, but give me Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD on Switch. I don't know how difficult it is, but surely just taking the game they've already got on disc, that they've already released, and putting it on, like, the eShop is free money, no? Isn't it easy? Usually manual labor type of work isn't easy, but it's not harder, it just time consuming. Right, okay. I guess they gotta make it so that it works with the Switch, right? I don't know, I feel like it would be free money. I'd buy it. They're fucking amazing games. And to be able to have them on the Switch so that I can just play it wherever would be amazing. Good morning, Jamie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You just woke up. Nice start to the day. Like, what kind of game from an older console would you like to see ported to a newer one? Like anything else? Any other, like, really good ones? Star Fox Adventures? Interesting. Which one was that? Was that the last... Was that the one that Rare made? That nobody liked? Or was that the one on GameCube? Right towards the end of the GameCube's life. Was that Star Fox Assault? Circus music. Is this a comment on my gameplay? Right, yeah, it was the last game that Rare did before they moved to Microsoft. I always... See, I never played it. I never played it. I was a massive fan of Rare, like Super Nintendo and N64 era. I maintain they were the best developer in the world at that time. Like, they made the best games. I was a big fan. But I never played that. I think I just didn't have the money at the time. Oh shit, Gamba time. But I heard that it wasn't very good. Or at least it didn't have a great reception. So whether it was just like, I don't know. Thank you, Gubbins. I appreciate it. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Rush 2049, Top Rage Wars, Top Get Overdrive, Fantasy Star Online, the OG. God, yeah. Surprised. Actually, no. They've got the second Fantasy Star game, so I have no reason to pull over the original, I suppose. I still need to play that as well, don't I? You liked it? Yeah, I mean, there are games that the majority of people disliked that I absolutely adored, you know? But yeah, it was like a third person like action adventure game, wasn't it? It's not as good as. Yeah. I played the original on GameCube and Dreamcast. Yakuza Dead Cells to PC. Oh yeah. Games we want to see ported or released again. Yeah. Kind. Oh wait, no. Wait. Don't. That one goes without saying. We're talking about things that are possible. I woke up from a nap and now you're in a room 6 degrees colder than my bedroom. Oh. Jeez. Yeah, it's super chilly in here as well. I was thinking of going for a walk after stream. But I might do that and then get into bed and read. It's like, I should probably play some games and work on some achievements. Or I could just get into bed and be warm. Yeah, San Francisco Rush was one of those games that I could just kind of turn on, play, and just vibe with it. Just jump around, do some flips. Oh, shit, didn't need to use that. Just see a little demo man fly past me. Yeah, Rush is older. Burnout was a good fun game as well. Just drive a car, smash it up. Job's a good one. Do you think if they made another Burnout game, it would be well received? I feel like there's a lot of games these days that, under like modern standards and modern like stuff, a lot of people wouldn't enjoy as much. Like for its time, Burnout was like, here's a game where if you crash, it's a good thing. And it's like, whoa, that's a new idea. That's cool. And everyone loved it. Now it's just kind of like, I'm sure it would be received as, well, I could just do that in GTA, man. What's the point? You know? Ear out touch. Yeah. They just want money. Money is the priority for them. If it makes them money, it's a good thing. If it doesn't, it's a bad thing. Which is why we get new FIFA games every year, but other franchises are just like, meh. 2 demos. Just the tanks. Yeah, we were talking about EA earlier, actually, about Dead Space being the franchise being shelved for now. Here we go.
Nice.
Nada. Boo. Bow. I was like, I haven't had some Daft Punk requested for a while. See you tomorrow? No, nothing tomorrow. Nothing tomorrow. GG's gang, thank you for playing. Thank you for playing. Appreciate your company as always. We'll get them next week. Yeah, tomorrow I have an interview, so I will not be streaming tomorrow. Might try and work on some video stuff. We'll see. But yeah, so no stream tomorrow. Depending on what they say, they might want to talk to me again or something like that. So I may have to do something later in the week. If that... if that isn't the case, then the plan for the week is Wednesday Sifu stream, Thursday Crow Country, Friday Final Fantasy VII, and Saturday Elden Ring. That's the plan for the week. It's a pretty hefty week. Seafood. Sifu. Sifu. S-I-F-U. Some sort of martial arts thing where if you die, you get older. You have to try and beat the game before you die of old age. Like if they don't give you the job. I already woke up to a rejection from another job this morning. And the one that I was hopeful for and excited for also turned me down. They gave me a glowing amount of praise. And they were like, and you really impressed us in the interview. But I'm like... So yeah. Dog cooking stream came back. Pay the Gamba? Oh yeah. It's cooking stream every week, the playlist. True. Just watch the playlist. There's the prediction. Good night, Miguel. Thanks for gaming. Thanks for gaming. Left new rifle in the... Oh, cool. I'll check it out. Thank you. Remember when I did cooking streams? Yeah. True. Yeah, I mean, I would like to do more, but it's very difficult under my current circumstances. But one day they'll be back. One day. I'll find a way. They have 2 mods for me and DMs for P4G. Oh, thank you. I'll check them out. Yeah, maybe I'll start New Game Plus later. We'll see. Anyway, that's the plan for the week. Thank you so much for joining me today. We will go again MvM next week. Golden Pan next week. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Yeah, you guys enjoy the rest of your Monday. Have a great week. And I will see you on Wednesday. Take care.